Hi everyone, let's start with our next topic, that is how do we run our Java program? What is the role of compiler in JDK explanation we are going to see. So we all are aware till now that to run a Java program, we must have a compiler. So first question that should strike your mind is what is a compiler? What is the role of a compiler? And in Java, how compiler comes, like we only download JDK from Google and we start working on it. So where does compiler comes from? So it's there in your question only that compiler comes as a part of JDK. So for this, I'll explain you one diagram, and with that diagram, you can easily remember. And I have already told you that diagram in some previous tutorials also. So this one, we are aware that we have our main file, that is Java file. Okay, so how does it convert it to .class file, that is human can write .java, but that same .java file is not understandable by the machine. So we need a compiler that people say is Java C or Java. It comes with JDK, which is responsible to convert our source code into the bytecode. Bytecode is this basically .class file. This is our bytecode. Okay, and then we have something called JRE, and inside JRE we have something called JVM, which is responsible for running our not source code, bytecode. Okay, so there are two steps. Whenever you are gonna execute your things, you take care of two steps. First is compiling the program, and second is running the program. So when it comes to compiling, we use Java compiler, Java C. And how do we compile our program? We write our file name with the extension. So what the compiler will compile? Our source code. So we'll give our source code file name and we'll run it using Java. Okay. Sorry, compile it using Java. And when it comes for running a Java program, you'll run it using Java and will give the class name. For example, hello. And what does this compiler do? This compiler will convert our Java file into bytecode. So it will create a hello.class file, and which will be called as our bytecode. So this was all about the compiler, and it comes with JDK. So there is one more thing I want to tell you to remember about Java, JRE, JDK, JVM. You must have heard about all these terms. So I'll show you one diagram. How can you remember all these things? So just a second. See, I basically recorded this video, but somehow my audio was not there. So all those things are there. I'll teach you once again. So basically, you will remember that you have, I want you to write down this in your notes and create this diagram. This is something called JDK. This is the only thing you'll download from Google, Java Development Kit. Okay. And one another thing you are downloading is some IDE that we have already discussed. What is IDE and all? I won't go in that depth. And what does this JDK contains? This contains Java runtime environment. What do we have in this JDK? We have this Java runtime environment. And inside this, what do we have? First is Java virtual machine. Okay, that basically runs your bytecode. Also, what we have some external libraries that might be useful for JVM to run some specific code, and some other tools are also present here. Okay, so this is the basic diagram you should be aware of what is inside JDK. Also, there is one Java C we have seen, right? Java C is what? Java compiler. This also comes with JDK only. So you just need to have JDK installed and an IDE to do some coding. Also, even IDE is not required if you are using Notepad or Notepad plus plus or any other code editor, but that is not the suggested approach. You should have some IDE because they have many benefits which we have already seen. So without wasting much of us time, We'll directly proceed with the concept now. See, why do we need a compiler? We have seen that Java code is written in human readable form, .java file, and computer understands only machine level instructions, which we have seen. And Java compiler, what does it do? It just converts our source code, that is .java file, into the .class file, that is bytecode. And then this bytecode gets executed by the JVM, and JVM then runs on operating system, and operating system resides on hardware. Also, I wanted to ask you, comment down, is JVM platform independent or platform dependent? I want the answer of this question from you. Those who are following this playlist, they must be aware of the answer with full explanation. I want you to answer if you are aware of it. Otherwise, if you want to know the answer, either you can see my previous videos or comment down, I'll explain. Now, what is JDK? JDK we have seen, it's Java Development Kit. Basically, it's a software package that is containing our Java compiler, Java runtime environment, Java virtual machine, Java libraries and tools, and to develop and run Java program, JDK is mandatory. See, this whole uh, tutorial, like this video I am teaching you, this whole video you can remember with just one diagram which we have seen here, right? What is JDK and what does it contain? So remember this diagram, note down this diagram in your notes. It will be very helpful for you in future. So let's proceed further. So this was all about this explanation. We'll discuss next topic in next video. Thanks. Bye.